Hey everybody, it's Rob from Rob Finds Treasure, and we've got the second box of pennies. If you watched my last penny hunt, you'll notice that I got two boxes like I do every week, and I finally got circulated pennies. And in the last box, we had a very cool wheat back ender right in this back or front left corner. So this is the other box. I already showed it in the other video as far as it looks like inside. There is no cool enders, but man, it feels so good to get a couple of boxes of pennies that have circulated coins, I'll tell you that much. So I'm excited to get into this video. And as always, every time I find something worth showing, I'll loop you guys in. So without further ado, let's get to hunting. All right, guys, we're on the fifth roll, and I'm super stoked right now. This is my first time finding this Wheatie right here. I'm far from it. I'm hoping you don't see it yet. First time finding this Wheatie in a bank box. Check this out. We've got a 1934D wheat cent, and it's in pretty good shape. Let me bring this up here real quick. Yeah, 1934D. Not in too bad a shape at all. You can still see the lines in those wheats. Not a lot of surface scratches. Of course, it's got some wear, but the lettering is still good. The date is still solid. The mint stamp is good. I'm jacked right now. This is awesome. This might be, I think there's only about 28 million of these minted. So this might be my lowest minted wheat cent I have found in a box of pennies. And it's in good shape. Normally when I find a low mint Wheatie, they're usually worn pretty well. Anyway, I won't waste your time on this anymore. I'm just super excited. I'm so happy that I found a 1934D in a bank box and only the fourth roll in. The other ironic thing is, you guys know when I hunt, I usually hunt like this. So had I done that, I would have found it in my 40th roll. But something told me, why don't I go ahead and do a different method this way just to mix it up? And I would have found that in my 40th roll, and so finding it in the fourth roll is super cool to me. I'll stop rambling on. Let me get back to the hunt. And after 55 years apart, the 1963D penny, which had traveled the world and touched many lives, was finally reunited with his brother, 1963D Lincoln Penny, who had spent his life trapped within a glass jar, staring out into the world, touching no lives. Okay, guys, 17th roll in. We've got another Wheatie finally. We had one in the fourth roll, and nothing since. And it looks like we got ourselves a 1947 Philadelphia, and it's not in bad shape at all. We'll put that next to the 34D I pulled earlier. That makes two of them. Let's get back to the hunt. All right, guys, same exact roll. Just literally 5 coins later, we've got another Wheatie in the roll. So that's 2 Wheaties in one roll. This one looks like it's got some damage. It's got an indentation on the back. And of course, it's an old one. Let's take a look at this. Looks like it's a 1920. Can't tell if that's a 1920D or if that's just some damage. Let me look at it under the loop and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I looked at it under the loop, and of course the damage runs across the D and kind of obliterates it a little bit, and then runs across the 0 and the 20. But you can pretty much make out that it's definitely a 1920D. Too bad it's got some damage not only to the front, but also some warping and damage to the back. It's a shame. Less than 50 million of these minted. I only actually have one 1920D, so it was good to get a second one. We'll take it. Not in the greatest shape, but you know what? It's a 1920 Wheatie. We'll go ahead and put this guy with the other 2 Wheaties right there, which now makes 3 in the box. Some pretty nice coppers in that roll as well. Not a bad looking 62, 63, and 64. So that's kind of cool. Roll number 28. And we've got another Wheatie, guys. Looks like a 1946. It's not in that bad a shape. It's got some scratches and some wear, of course, but we'll take it. Especially since out of the 4 Wheaties we've got one in the 20s, one in the 30s, and 2 in the 40s. So that's really cool. Let's get back to the hunt. Roll number 30. Got ourselves another Wheatie. Good toning. Not in terrible condition. We got our first 50s coin. 1951D. I'll take it. We got every decade except for the teens and the 09. So, that being said, I'd love one from every decade. Roll number 41. Got our first Canadian. It's a newer one. 2008. But, first 4 into the box. Had a spot reserved for it. We'll take it. We are now in the 45th roll, and I was going through a bunch of new ones, and look at this. Another Wheatie. 1935. Not too bad a shape. I will definitely take that one. That's another from the 30s. This box has been really good for the Wheaties I'm getting as far as condition and year. You don't get too many of those. I will take it. Good mix of dates. Let's get back to the hunt. All right, everyone. Another box of pennies has been searched. Haven't counted them yet, but we've got a really nice cup of copper here. I would guess about 400 plus. Wanted to pull these out for you guys. These are all 1969 Lincoln cents. We've got 2 S's and we've got 9 D's. And the reason why I pull them out is it's weird. Everyone knows to check your 69 S's, of course. But anytime you see a 1969 with a mint mark, you instantly hope it's an S. That way you could have a chance at that air variety, the double die obverse. Long story short, I used to only get a handful of these in a box, maybe 3 to 5. But in the last month, I've been getting a lot. And every time I get down to about halfway through the box, I always wish I would have pulled them all out. Well, I've decided this time to pull them out, and it held true. I mean, we had 11 of these. That's a lot for me. So my question to you guys is, are you seeing a lot of 69s more than you used to? Or as much as you always have? And if so, is it a lot or little? I just was curious. It just seems like maybe people are getting informed about the 69 Air and they're checking their coins and now they're finally dumping all the 69s they held on to for all those years. I don't know. We had quite a bit of 2009s. There's a few dirty ones in here. But we had 14. We had 1 foreign. We had a couple of 1959 coins here. I'll tell you, I was a little disappointed only getting 6 Wheaties. That seems to be par for the course lately. But I'm not disappointed in the variety and the years that I got. Check these out. First of all, got a 1920D, a 1934D, a 35 Philadelphia, a 1946 Philadelphia, a 1947 Philadelphia, and a 1951D. And on top of all that, the toning and the look of some of these are just beautiful, especially this 34D. I don't know if the camera's going to do it any justice here, but it's got a slight red tint to it. I'll tell you, those 3 Wheaties right there made this box enjoyable. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this hunt with me, guys. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, think about subscribing if you're enjoying the content. I do post pretty much daily. Happy hunting, everyone. And as always, thanks for watching.